Today we're going to talk about singing the Psalms at home. The Psalms, as you know, were originally sung and intended to be sung and probably should be sung. When you hear the Psalms sung, they're usually sung on one of the 8 church tones or in one of the 8 church modes. These modes were developed from the ancient melodies used in the temple in Jerusalem. They were later developed by the ancient Greeks. They were used in the Byzantine church. They were used during the Middle Ages in the convents and monasteries of Europe and on through the present day in the various churches. And some with similarities and differences, but all based on those 8 modes. The most common one is probably tone 8. We're going to look at that one today. And it sounds like this. I will just do a little bit of a psalm from the prayer book on that so you could hear what it sounds like. O Lord our Governor, how exalted is your name in all the world. Out of the mouths of infants and children, your majesty is praised above the heavens. So that's the melodic pattern for tone 8. If you wanted to see the musical notation for it, I have the musical score on the wall behind me, and it looks like this. So you'll see a beginning part, and we call that the intonation or the incipit. Then it leads us up to musically to the reciting tone, and the reciting tone is the main pitch on which all of the text is sung. Then there's a portion in the middle of the verse called the mediant. Then we go back to the reciting tone, and then there's a ending part called the termination. So a way we could look at it is like this. Thus begins the 8th tone. This is the reciting tone. This its mediant. Back to the reciting tone. And this the termination. Or just on a neutral syllable, you could think do 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 do. On another psalm. And again, to practice these, you could sing any of the psalms with it. You could sing various prayers. You could sing texts, even if you wanted to, out of a mystery novel or a recipe book, just to get the melody in your mind. So here's another psalm. The Lord the God has spoken. He has called the earth from the rising of the sun to its setting. Out of Zion, perfect in its beauty, God reveals himself in glory. So once you get that melody in your mind, you'll be able to sing your psalms at home, and you could even sing them mentally in your prayers, and it adds a nice flow and cadence to it. And one of the main things is to sing them in a natural speech rhythm. You don't want it to sound very mechanical. You don't want it, the Lord, the God of gods has spoken. He has called the earth. No, but you want it very flowing and very beautiful and with a natural rhythm. Again, like, the Lord, the God of gods has spoken. He has called the earth from the rising of the sun to its setting. So that's tone 8. Have a great time singing your psalms at home. Thank you for listening.